What does it mean for a tarot card to change face? That's the topic today. A little tip for all of you about tarot cards. If you're a beginner or even if you're an advanced tarot reader, you might have already had this experience. We learn tarot in traditional ways, right? We understand what each card means, but eventually our intuition is what really plays a key role. And that's why years ago when I used to teach tarot, could have a group of 7 or 8 people, and each one, when we did a spread, toward the end of the class, we would each interpret cards in different ways. We had some basic knowledge, but we saw different things. And we have to trust our intuition. We have to trust what we see in the cards. And part of trusting is getting feedback from other people, right? When you read for people, you get feedback and you go, oh, okay. And if you're familiar with cards, you're familiar with the basics, then your intuition can come into play and you might see something different in a card than what you had learned about that card. And I guess what I'm trying to impart is that it's okay. As long as your integrity is there, as long as you feel that you're speaking from a gut truth of your knowing to a client or a friend or whoever you're reading for, that it's okay for that card to change face. I'll give you an example. Many years ago, the first time that happened to me, I was with a client and I saw the Queen of Cups pregnant. There's no interpretation that's going to tell you that the Queen of Cups is a pregnant woman, right? And I trusted what I got. It was so deep and so real. And I mentioned it to this particular person, and she immediately said, wow, we've been trying to adopt a child. And so I got feedback. It helped me to believe more in what I was seeing and what I was getting. It's really important for us to remember that there's not an exact science when it comes to tarot, right? I know I'm not telling you something you don't already know. This is the magic of tarot. This is the beauty of tarot. We can't explain how it's working. We just know it does. And so I'm just asking all of you to trust more what your intuitive hits get as you become more and more experienced, because really that's the way that you grow as a tarot reader. And I decided to do this video today because I've had people ask me when I post something on Instagram or Facebook or wherever else I post my tarot readings, my thoughts on the cards. People always say, wow, I couldn't even interpret it that way. I really don't know it that way. After 40 years of reading cards, I have to go with my gut. And so even though some cards may appear kind of out of the box in terms of how I'm interpreting them, I trust what I get. And that's important for all of us to remember. Just keep trusting, because your intuition, how you trust yourself, is going to open you up to the greater universe. I believe that. I have experienced that in my own life. I am somebody who just through the enjoyment of tarot cards and what they offer ended up channeling information from, again, like tarot magic, something I can't explain. And I really do believe that's available to all of us. But first and foremost, we have to rely on what we sense in ourselves so that we can trust what's going on in the greater world. All right, thanks for tuning in today. Leave your comments if you've had this experience about tarot cards changing face, or if you're curious about it or you have questions. I'd love to hear from you. Thanks again for watching today, and I look forward to being in touch.